Hey there, cruise lovers. Welcome back to Travel Vibes, where we turn your seabound dreams into real-world wisdom. If you're someone who gets excited hearing the words Lido Deck, loves the scent of salty air in the morning, and believes there's no better feeling than unpacking once and waking up somewhere new every day, then you're one of us. We get it. Cruising isn't just a vacation, it's a lifestyle, a floating blend of freedom, fun, and a whole lot of decision-making. And one of the biggest questions cruisers face: should you get off the ship during port days or stay on board? Today, we're diving into 10 reasons why smart cruisers often choose to stay, and 6 bonus ones you might have never considered. Before we sail ahead, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could change your next voyage. All right, let's set sail. 1. Recharge your energy without missing a thing. Let's face it, cruise vacations are amazing, but they can be absolutely packed. Between late-night shows, sunrise breakfasts, thrilling shore excursions, and activities from bow to stern, your energy can run dry fast. And here's the truth. Even the most passionate cruisers, yes, even those who've sailed with Cunard or Royal Caribbean over a dozen times, know that pacing yourself is part of the magic. That's why many experienced travelers treat port days as a built-in reset button. They stay on board. They sleep in, maybe journal by a quiet window, sip tea without rushing, or simply close their eyes by the pool under the soft hum of the ship. Because guess what? Skipping a port doesn't mean missing out. It means refueling. And when your body is rested, your cruise becomes richer. You enjoy more. You connect deeper. You dance longer. And you cruise smarter. 2. Enjoy the pool deck without the chaos. Let's talk about something every cruiser understands. Finding a lounge chair on a sea day can feel like an Olympic event. By mid-morning, the pool deck is buzzing. Towels draped everywhere, people circling for open spots, hot tubs bubbling over with guests, and that peaceful cocktail moment you dreamed of? Not so peaceful anymore. But here's the secret. On port days, everything changes. Most passengers head ashore, which means you get the deck almost to yourself. The breeze is calmer, the pools are quiet. The loungers, plentiful. It feels like a private resort, yet you haven't paid a penny extra. And yes, the bar line? Practically gone. This is why seasoned cruisers often plan their real relaxation for days when everyone else is off the ship. Because while sea days test your patience, port days reward your peace. 3. Snag unbeatable spa deals. Let's be honest, cruise ship spas are pure luxury, but they don't come cheap. A deep tissue massage or rejuvenating facial can quickly rival what you'd spend at a high-end resort. But here's where smart cruisers win. On port days, when most guests are off exploring, spa teams often offer exclusive discounts to fill empty slots. We're talking 20 to even 40% off treatments, complimentary upgrades like hot stone add-ons, or access to the thermal suite bundled with a package. It's a hidden gem most new cruisers miss. So if you've ever passed by the spa wishing you could treat yourself but hesitated at the price, this is your golden window. While others are sweating through tours, you could be unwinding with aromatherapy and ocean views. Cruising isn't just about adventure. Sometimes it's about choosing pure relaxation for less. 4. Skip the overhyped excursion trap. Now let's be real. Not every port is a paradise. While some destinations offer breathtaking beauty or rich culture, others can feel like glorified shopping malls with aggressive sales tactics and overpriced souvenirs. If you've already been to a certain port or you've ticked off the main highlights, there's no shame in staying behind. In fact, many veteran cruisers agree. It's often the smarter move because, let's face it, when half the ship is scrambling for bus seats, chasing Wi-Fi, or rushing back before all aboard, you could be sipping something cold by the pool in complete peace. And here's something to think about. Even travel pros like Rick Steves and Nomadic Matt have said, sometimes the best travel experiences happen when you don't follow the crowd. So next time, ask yourself, is the hustle really worth it? Or is today the day you discover how refreshing doing nothing can be? 5. Get the most out of your drink package. Let's do some quick cruise math, because value matters, especially when you're sailing with perks. If you've purchased a drink package, Whether it includes unlimited cocktails, specialty coffees, smoothies, or soda refills, it works best when you're actually on the ship. Most cruise lines don't extend those benefits once you step ashore, unless it's on their private island like Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day or Norwegian's Great Stirrup Cay. That means every iced latte or fruity drink you grab in port, it's coming out of pocket. But when you stay on board, your package keeps working in your favor. You can relax with a pina colada by the pool, grab a cappuccino mid-afternoon, or sip sparkling water on the top deck, all without watching your balance add up. Smart cruisers know how to maximize value without compromising comfort. And if you're the kind of traveler who loves a good deal, this tip is pure gold. 6. Experience ship. Attractions without the wait. If you're the kind of cruiser who gets excited about ziplines, surf simulators, water slides, or skydiving pods, you're not alone. These are the signature thrills that turn modern cruise ships into floating amusement parks. But here's the catch. On sea days, everyone wants in. Lines stretch, wait times grow. And before you know it, half your day is spent standing around. That's why smart cruisers take advantage of port days. While others are off the ship, the attractions are wide open. No long queues, no crowds, just you and the fun. Sometimes 3 rides in a row before the next person shows up. Think of it as your personal VIP pass. Even big-name travel experts agree. The best time to enjoy your ship's best features is when no one else is paying attention to them. 7. Rediscover the ship without the crowds. One of the most underrated joys of cruising is taking time to truly explore your ship. From art-lined corridors and cozy libraries to hidden cocktail bars and panoramic decks, every ship has corners waiting to be discovered. But during sea days, those places can get busy. Too many footsteps, too much noise, not enough space to pause and appreciate. That's why port days are so special. You can stroll freely through the ship, admire the design, take photos without interruption, or enjoy a quiet specialty lunch that usually requires a reservation. It's not just downtime, it's inward sightseeing, as many seasoned travelers call it. You're still exploring something new. Only this time, it's right under your feet and refreshingly yours. 8. Dine like royalty without a reservation. If you've ever tried getting into a specialty restaurant on a sea day, you know it can feel like booking a table at a Michelin star spot. Fully booked, long waits, no window seats in sight. But here's the secret that savvy cruisers love. On port days, those same restaurants are almost empty. With fewer guests on board, you might just stroll in without a reservation and land the best seat in the house, like a quiet corner table with ocean views or a front row spot near the chef's open kitchen. Some cruise lines, like Celebrity or Holland America, even offer lunch-only specials to keep things exciting for those who stay behind. So if you're someone who travels with your taste buds or simply prefers elegance without the effort, a port day lunch could be the highlight of your trip. 9. Enjoy a private retreat without paying for one. Let's talk about something every cruiser dreams of: peace and privacy at sea. Some travelers pay thousands for secluded balconies or exclusive retreat areas. And yes, those perks are lovely. But here's what experienced cruisers know. On a port day, when the majority of passengers step off, the entire ship transforms. Suddenly, the solarium feels like your personal spa. The observation deck becomes your reading lounge. Even a standard stateroom feels 5-star when the hallways fall silent. You don't need a suite to enjoy serenity, you just need timing. Because on these rare, quiet days, luxury isn't something you buy, it's something you notice. And for those who truly appreciate cruising, moments like this are priceless. 10. Follow your own compass, not the crowd's. One of the unspoken pressures of cruising is this idea that you have to disembark at every port, book all the excursions, and treat each stop like a to-do list. But here's the truth. You're not on vacation to follow a schedule. You're here to follow your spirit. And sometimes that means choosing calm over chaos. It means skipping the crowds and letting your day unfold naturally. Maybe that looks like reading in a shaded lounger, or journaling with a view of the sea instead of elbowing your way through souvenir shops. The wisest cruisers understand that this is your journey, and your energy, your joy, matters more than any port stamp in your passport. So give yourself permission to stay, to breathe, to enjoy cruising not just as transportation but as transformation. Because often, the most meaningful moments at sea don't happen in a market. They happen in stillness. And here's the exciting part. While these 10 reasons already make a strong case for staying on board, we're just getting started. Up next are 6 bonus reasons you may not have considered. Benefits that go beyond relaxation or saving money. We're talking about creativity, clarity, and small hidden joys that only reveal themselves when the ship is quiet and the crowd is gone. Let's keep going and unlock the kind of cruise day that most passengers never even notice. Bonus. Reason 1. Get creative in peace. If you're the kind of cruiser who brings along a journal, a sketch pad, a camera, or simply a curious mind, then port days might just become your most inspiring moments on board. With the ship calm and quiet, you'll find space to think, see, and create. The top deck becomes your open-air studio. You can sketch the distant coastline without distraction. You can photograph sun rays dancing on the waves without 20 people walking through your shot. Writers say their best words flow when the noise disappears. Photographers know that timing is everything. And even if you don't consider yourself an artist, there's something magical about reflecting in stillness while the world keeps moving. Just like Ansel Adams captured serenity in silence, you too can transform port day quiet into creativity. So go ahead, let the ship be your canvas. Because cruising isn't just about where you go, it's also about what you create along the way. Bonus reason 2, catch up on learning. Cruise ships today are more than floating hotels, they're floating campuses. From cooking demonstrations and language mini-lessons to dance classes and tech tutorials, there's a wealth of knowledge at sea just waiting to be explored. The challenge? On sea days, these sessions often overlap or fill up fast. You might squeeze into the back row or miss your chance altogether. But on port days, something shifts. With fewer guests on board, these enrichment programs feel more like private workshops. You get more space, more time, and sometimes even one-on-one interaction with the instructor. So if you've always wanted to try salsa without feeling self-conscious or ask a detailed question in a photography session, now's your chance. And remember, even lifelong travelers like Anthony Bourdain believed in never stopping learning, especially through culture and experience. Because when you cruise with curiosity, you come home with more than souvenirs. You come home with new skills. Bonus. Reason 3, work or check-in. Without distractions. Let's be honest, not all cruisers can fully unplug. Whether you're a remote worker, small business owner, or just someone who needs to check in back home, port days can offer the perfect window of calm. While most passengers are ashore, the ship's lounges are quiet, the Wi-Fi bandwidth is stronger, and you can finally send that important email or join a quick video call without the usual distractions or guilt. You're not missing out on sunshine or skipping an excursion. You're simply swapping 1 hour of quiet focus for peace of mind later. And that's the beauty of cruising in today's world. You get to choose when to relax and when to reconnect. Even digital nomads like Tim Ferriss remind us, freedom comes from flexibility. And on port days, that flexibility is right at your fingertips. Because smart cruising isn't just about escape, it's about making space for what matters. Bonus. Reason 4. Enjoy family time without overstimulation. If you're cruising with kids, you know the reality. Shore excursions can be a bit much. Too hot, too long, too many moving parts. For young children especially, it's easy to go from curious to cranky in less than an hour. But here's a better option. Stay on board with purpose. On port days, the ship becomes a peaceful playground. Pools are calm, loungers are open. Even the kids' club and family areas feel more relaxed. You can swim together, nap without noise, or explore fun ship activities without lines or chaos. It's not about cramming in more sights. It's about creating gentle moments of joy together. And as parenting experts like Dr. Shefali often remind us, what kids really remember isn't where you went, but how you made them feel. So slow it down. Smile more. Let the ship be your family's sanctuary for one quiet, beautiful day at sea. Bonus reason 5. See the port from a different angle. Here's a perspective most travelers overlook. Staying on board doesn't mean missing the port. It means observing it from a quieter, more thoughtful distance. Find yourself a sunny deck chair facing the coastline. Watch as the morning bustle melts into afternoon calm, then shifts again as passengers trickle back on board. Listen closely. You might hear local music drifting across the water. Smell the street food in the air. Notice how the sunlight plays across the rooftops in ways you don't catch from inside a tour bus. It's a completely different way to travel, more reflective, more poetic. Writers like Pico Iyer have said, sometimes the best way to see a place is not to move through it, but to sit still and let it move around you. And from the comfort of your floating sanctuary, that's exactly what you get. A front row seat to the story of the port, unfolding moment by moment. Bonus. Reason 6. Reclaim your vacation your way. At the heart of every great cruise is one simple truth. You get to choose. You can explore ancient ruins one day and do absolutely nothing the next. You can join the crowds ashore or stay behind and watch the coastline from a quiet corner of the ship. Neither is better. Both are valid. But what matters most is this, how you feel. The smartest cruisers aren't racing to tick off every port. They're the ones who understand that meaning doesn't come from quantity, it comes from presence. Sometimes that's climbing a historic site. Other times, it's sipping tea and watching the waves roll by. So let go of the pressure. Port days aren't a test of how adventurous you are. They're an invitation. And when you answer that invitation in a way that feels right for you, that's where the real magic of cruising begins. So the next time your cruise pulls into port and the hallways fill with excitement, take a breath. You don't have to rush. You don't have to follow the crowd. Just ask yourself, what would make this day feel truly yours? Because in the world of cruising, the most meaningful moments often don't come with tickets or tour guides. They come in quiet choices, in calm decisions, in the joy of doing what feels right for you. And when the ship feels like it's yours alone, that's not missing out. That's magic. If this gave you a new way to see cruising, tap like, and subscribe to Travel Vibes for more real-world wisdom to help you sail smarter and softer. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever stayed on board during a port day? What did you discover? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, stay open, sail your way, and always follow your own compass.